Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from the 8th of October until the 14th of October. And this is for you coming from Sagittarius. So let's start with the 8th, which is a Sunday. And the 8th Sunday doesn't start very well for you. It's all about the past issues and the past disturbances and difficulties because planets are moving very slow. So your plans are postponed, your plans are delayed or cancelled, and such things are bringing frustration, sometimes a bit of depression. And so try to be with people who are happy, and not with people who only have sad stories to tell. And if you are with happier people, at least you'll be able to get some happiness because that charm from the happy people will be nice for you. But if you have to be with the people that you have to listen to some sad stories, well, go ahead and try not to get too involved. The evening and nightfall session improves quite a lot. Now, this good couple of planets in the evening nightfall session are also there in the morning and afternoon periods, but they can't do much because they don't stay long. So they create good contacts, they create good opportunities, but there's no follow-up. But as the evening comes in, as the nightfall comes in, these good planets become very active. So you can meet very important people during evening and nightfall period, and you can discuss very important issues which will reflect on your possibility of doing well, getting a promotion at work, or meeting some good business people if you're in business to help yourself to do even better in business. Or if you're looking for romance and are dejected in the earlier part of the day, try your luck again from the evening nightfall period and the atmosphere turns better for you and you may just get good news. The ninth Monday starts well for you, but try not to show your temper. Don't be over determined in what you want, otherwise people will think you're too pushy and too demanding. Try and take the soft approach, you will get just as much as you want. So at your place of work, in business, if you're out for lunch with the people you love or the people you are doing business with or working with, good idea. And just take the soft approach, show that you are appreciative and supportive of everybody around you, and you will get a lot done to your favor in the morning, afternoon and early evening period. I like your evening and nightfall period too. Emotional planners have all gathered. Looking for romance, you can find it very nicely. And if you are looking for making changes or planning changes of any kind, this is the day where you can plan these changes and you can activate these changes as the late afternoon, evening and nightfall comes. So a good time for bonding and socializing during the evening nightfall period of the 9th, which is a Monday. Let's move to the 10th, and that's a very good day, morning, afternoon, evening period for you. And again, going to get even better during the evening nightfall period. So you've got 24 hours waiting for help and waiting for expansion, waiting for good news, waiting to give you happiness. So be busy. Contact people in the morning, afternoon, early evening period, but don't show arrogance. Don't behave like a perfectionist. Be flexible. And if you are asked to go bend this way a bit, that way, bend so that you can be flexible and be workable with, go ahead and do that. Don't be too strict. Don't be too aloof. Okay? Evening nightfall period, excellent as well. You're going to meet some very important people, whether for romance, whether to help in your marriage, whether to help in your career or business, and a lot of solutions are going to be found on how to make life better for yourself, evening and nightfall period. So be out, dress well, you are being watched, you are being looked at in an admiringly nice way. Let's go to the 11th Wednesday, which starts well enough for you and produces many opportunities of making changes in job, making changes in business, looking for a new romance, bringing solutions in your marriage situation. So a very nice morning, afternoon, friendly period for you. Evening and nightfall period, rebellious planets are moving in. Now these rebellious planets don't just appear suddenly. They are there in the morning and afternoon period as well. But they don't stay for long, so they create little bits of problem here and there and move away. And I worry that these little bits of problems that they create earlier part of the day can be the problems that grow and outsize themselves, and so now they confront you with these problems. You cannot afford to be rebellious, you cannot afford to be off the rails, meaning that to do things your way only. You got to think traditionally, you got to follow rules and regulations, or the evening nightfall period is going to put a lot of negative pressure on you. I rather, if you're not secure, don't socialize and go back home. But if you are already indebted or already planned to meet people, you have to be on your best behavior. I like your 12th Thursday, morning, afternoon and early evening period. And you're going to achieve a lot in your place of work and in business and bonding and having lunch and being very happy. But there's one planet moving around, one of your worst planets during the morning, afternoon, early evening period. Can't do much, can create about 20% of tension or arguments or disturbances or disagreements or making mistakes. And you'll get away with it in the morning, afternoon, early evening period. But as the evening comes along and the nightfall comes, this negative planet becomes worse, becomes stronger, and therefore you are going to have a terrible evening and nightfall period if you're not careful, including accidents or including arguments that go out of control, including fights and disagreements, including just being the loser. That's the danger of it. So if you don't have to socialize, I'd rather you just go back home. But if you have to be out, tell yourself you are in danger of some kind or another. Either friendships go broken, either the wrong decision made, miscommunication, a miscalculation, something can go very wrong. So you have to guard yourself what you say and do. Go slow, don't be hasty, don't be impatient. Accidents are also very possible, so don't drink too much. 13th, which is a Friday, now the whole day turns not very good for you. Morning, afternoon, early evening period, you can behave rebellious or other people will behave rebelliously against you and be disagreeable and provoke you that way. Or you can be a person who is very aloof and others cannot work well with. Now, that'll be a waste of a morning, afternoon, early evening period, getting only worse. So tell yourself that I've got to improve. I cannot afford to waste this period, this day. And so I'm going to be supportive. I'm going to be praiseworthy of people. So give them a lot of praises, give them a lot of support. And that way you can turn your morning, afternoon and early evening period of 13th Friday into a much better one. Evening nightfall period doesn't improve much. And so your ego play, these are planets now that can break your relationship, can break your business partnership, can bring financial difficulties or financial losses or financial mistakes. They can indent your ego as well. And so watch out at the evening nightfall period. Be very choosy who you are with. Definitely don't want to allow bad company to influence you or to be part of it, or your reputation will also go bad. The 14th Saturday starts very badly for you. Morning, afternoon, early evening period, even at home, or whether you're at work, or whether you're conducting business, or whether you're out sports, or whether you're out with your working people or business people, whatever can go wrong is waiting to go wrong. It all depends what you say and what you do. Do not be impatient, do not be hasty, do not be provocative. And if you can afford not to do these things, you can turn your morning, afternoon, evening period as pretty productive actually, where your communication, your marketing skills, and the way you talk to people, others want to listen to you. It's all up to you. It can be either go very wrong or it can be not too bad, and some good things can happen as well. I like your evening and nightfall session very much. But now there's a signal that the certain planets in your morning, afternoon, early evening period can cause accidents as well. So watch out because of your hastiness and speed. Now I like your evening and nightfall sessions very much, so you can find solutions where earlier you couldn't. And you'll be able to do well in everything that you attempt to do in the evening nightfall period. So plan your socializing, plan getting together with your friends, with your loved ones, with the people you do business with, the people you work with. There's something very good. There are people you are going to meet from another country, from another race, and you may be on holiday or you may be planning holidays and talking of travel. Very nice things are seen to be happening on the evening of the Saturday, and you can meet people who are willing to help you as well. Well, that's the week for you. I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and that's going to be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, me looking at your palms, me face reading you while we Skype, and at the same time, if you want me to use Kabbalistic Tarot, I will do that as well in the 90 minutes. And so I want to get down to getting your 5 or 6 years of the future, of your future, as exactly good and successful and prosperous and happy and lucky for you. When you know your near future, you are able to get that done. First, you got to know it, and that's where I come in. So I'm going to direct you in your next 5 or 6 years and get the best for you to be on top of this next 5 or 6 years and be a lucky person. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me an email, make contact with me, get down to let's doing it as quickly as possible, so that you are now going to be in charge of your next 5 or 6 years. I may say some negative things, but at least you will know and you will be able to sidestep these problems as well. Well, until then, I wish you the best of luck and hope to hear from you soon. Thank you and goodbye.